Yo YouTube, what up? It's your boy Regular X here. Fellas, I hope everything is everything. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Make sure you like and comment on this video. As you know, got my Eagles shirt on. By the time you see this video, you have already known that the Eagles has lost. Definitely didn't want to record no videos after that. We got robbed. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. We got robbed. The question is, can you be in a relationship or should you be dating while you're on your journey? To elaborate on that question, should you be dating or being in a relationship where you're trying to develop yourself as a man? This question is really a two-sided answer. It's a yes, and then there's a no. On the yes side, we are on this earth to connect and to be with one another and to recreate and to, develop with one another. Along with that, we are here to figure out ourselves at the same time. The answer really is, where are you at in your growth? Because now that you're starting to date and everything, you have to realize that you are not now just worrying about you. You have to deal with that other person's emotions and feelings and issues that they may have going along with themselves. It's important for you to have that emotional intelligence checked off before you go ahead and start dating or being in a relationship. If you're already in a relationship while you're in this journey, now you have a decision to make. How well is your relationship right now? And if your relationship is a little bit rocky and you're trying to develop yourself as a man, sometimes you may have to cut it loose on a mutual thing. But sometimes you have to key into yourself before you can go ahead and key into somebody else. Growing, sometimes you may outgrow your partner, or you may realize that you may not even be that best person for that partner. It takes a lot of maturity to know that you're not that guy for that woman and she deserves better. Most of us don't want to admit that, right? Like we don't want to admit that. But when you're trying to develop yourself, you will know that this woman may not be the person for you at this moment. She wants to stay, then good for her. She wants to stay with you in your growth journey and everything of that sort, and that's cool. There's certain consequences when you're trying to grow. You're not always going to make the right choices. You may make a lot of mistakes during this journey. You're trying to figure yourself out, you're making a lot of mistakes. You're being consistent and putting that work in. You're not really key in on the woman. And that's another issue that we would probably have with dating. So consistent on yourself that you're not really focusing on another person. While some women will be okay with that, other women require a lot of attention, a lot of time. They want that. Sometimes you just can't give that to them. You're able to manage your time, you have that emotional intelligence, then we're on to the yes spectrum. Here's the thing about that. It's not only about your emotional intelligence and your time management, finances, and your well-being. And what I mean by that is, are you able to afford to date? You don't want to be out here broke trying to date someone. No woman is going to want that. No woman of substance is going to want that. I mean, on the first date, you're just going to have to pay. You don't want to go on a date and have that woman pay. It's just not going to look well. Can you drive to that location during the date? Can you pick this girl up if she doesn't have a car? Are y'all able to meet in a certain location together? Do you even have a home to bring her home to if y'all get to that point? These things matter. Really, really important to have these criterias down packed before you go ahead and start dating that woman or the multiple women. I'm not going to judge. Also important to know what direction you want to go as a man and how you're going to get there, and have that game plan before you go ahead and start wanting to date. Have that time management skill, and you know what you want and how you want to get there, and you know that there's going to be obstacles to get to where you have to get to, then being with a woman shouldn't hinder that. You have your purpose, you have your goals, and she's just an addition to your purpose and your goals. You have your purpose and your consistency and your goals down packed, as long as having a little bit of financial, a little bit of emotional intelligence, and your well-being down packed, you go ahead and date. But if you don't have all of that, and you are aware that you don't have all of that, don't date. I can put in a percentage where you should be at before you start dating. If 100% being you got everything figured out, you know what the man you are, all the other jazz of that sort, and 0 being you don't have nothing figured out, you have nothing done, I would say be in the 55 to 60% range before you start saying, hey, maybe I should date or X, Y, and Z. 100%, nobody's ever going to get to that 100%, right? That's why I said 60 to 55%. Growing as a man is a lifelong journey. Once you get to where you want to be, there's always going to be more goals. So like, you're never really going to get to 100%. So I can't give you that unrealistic expectation to be 100% before you start dating. It's just not going to happen. To grow in that emotional intelligence state, you have to be in a relationship. You have to see how you can interact with one another, or how you can handle someone else's emotions, and how you can handle your emotions when you're in conflicts with one another, or when you're in intimacy with one another. This is a part of the growth when it comes to emotional intelligence. In conclusion, yes and no. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Should you date when you're trying to grow yourself as a man? And if you are dating, what criteria you should have before you start dating or taking it to the next level with the woman? Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.